This time, the cold in the town had increased quite a bit. The wind was piercing as if needles were pricking the body. The fog was slowly engulfing everything. The silence of the night was so deep that even the heartbeat could be clearly heard. Everything was quiet, but within that silence, a strange restlessness was floating. It felt as if the night itself was about to tell a story. As usual, after finishing the day's work, we gathered at the platform under the peepal tree. The fire was burning, but the cold was still piercing through the body.
Brother, this year's cold is beyond extreme. It feels like the frost of Mag has already set in.
You're right. In the morning, when starting the tractor, my hands go so numb as if there's no life left in them. I'm more worried about what Shamu said last night than the cold. What did he say?
What is it that's bothering you so much? Speak softly. Shamu mentioned that last night a strange shadow was moving near the river.
Shadow? What kind of shadow?
Of a woman, and she was completely alone. Shamu almost fainted upon seeing her.
The wind had become even colder. Even the flames seemed to shiver. Everyone started looking at each other. And look, it's so late at night, but Hardiva uncle still hasn't come. Without him, the platform just doesn't feel lively. Just then, a figure appeared emerging from the fog in the distance. Slowly, very slowly.
As if the fog itself is pushing someone towards us.
Hey look, it seems uncle is coming.
Everyone's eyes were fixed in that direction. The fog was so dense that nothing was clearly visible, but as the figure came closer, I recognized him. He was none other than our village storyteller, Uncle Hardev. Uncle Hardev came to the platform without saying a word. Slowly, he sat down very close to the fire. His face seemed a bit dim, as if today he brought something that would touch the heart deeply. Uncle, you are quite late today. We were all waiting for you.
Did you go out of the village? Or was there too much work in the fields? Oh, Mohan, there was some work stuck in the field, and on top of that, this cold is penetrating to the bones. Uncle extended his hands towards the fire. The glow of the flames was falling on his face. There was a different kind of sparkle in his eyes today.
Raju, please get some tea from Sharma's shop. The story won't be enjoyable without tea.
I'll bring it right away, uncle. Until the tea arrived, everyone fell silent. Just the crackling of the firewood and the whistling of the cold wind. Uncle, when we listen to your stories, it feels like everything is happening right before our eyes.
Really, Uncle? The stories you tell aren't ordinary. Stop it. Don't praise me so much.
The story I am going to tell you today is not a fabricated tale. As soon as we heard his words, we all sat up straight. This is an incident from my own life. I was only 26 years old then. Really, Uncle? Then something terrible must have happened. And remember, if someone listens to this story alone, it would make their soul tremble. The flames grew stronger. A gust of wind came, and it felt as if the darkness crept closer to us. This is about the night when I went to a feast at a relative's place.
We were all holding our breath. Now the story had begun. Uncle Hardev looked at the fire. Then he raised his eyes towards all of us. Their voice had now become even softer.
As I moved a little further, I saw a small tea shop on the way. The shop was open even at this late hour, Uncle.
That's the strange thing. Except for that shop, there was no shop for miles around. No people, no sound, just silence. The firewood cracked and broke.
No sound came from anyone's mouth.
I quietly sat in that shop. I thought if I drank some tea, it would warm me up a bit. Outside, the lightning was striking, the rain was heavy, and a strange fear started settling in my mind. Uncle paused for a moment and took a deep breath.
Then suddenly, then what, Uncle? Then an old woman stood right next to me. A shiver ran through all of us at once.
She just stared at me for a few moments. Her eyes were strange, very strange. Son, can I say something?
Could you drop me a little further ahead? The road is very deserted. I'm scared alone. The air seemed to get even colder. The flames of the fire also started to die down.
Uncle Friday's voice had now become even softer, as if with every word he was taking us back to that night.
I asked her, Grandma, where are you going? Son, I need to go near the old mansion. Uncle paused for a moment.
He looked towards the fire. Then he said, I said I'm going towards Shivpur Bridge. Just then, the old woman suddenly said, That bridge might have been submerged, son. It's been raining continuously. Submerged? Yes. And then she said there's another way.
A small forest will come. If you go through it, you'll reach quickly. Uncle took a deep breath. To be honest, I felt relieved hearing that. Otherwise, I was wondering how I would get home so late at night. I finished my tea and started walking with her. The wind suddenly picked up. The branches of the trees began to rustle. As soon as we turned onto the forest path, my heart sank. Dense darkness all around. Tall trees. Their branches were swaying in the wind as if someone was watching us. No one dared to cough. Animal sounds were coming from far away. It was unclear whether the sounds were distant or very close. And the strangest thing was the sound of that old woman's footsteps.
What happened, Uncle? It was very quiet. So quiet that it started to feel scary. A shiver ran through my body. Ramesh tightened his quilt. My heart was pounding loudly, but I couldn't turn back now. I just kept following him. Suddenly, the rain intensified. The wind jolted the fire.
Sparks started flying. The old woman stopped and said, "Son, just 2 more steps and my house is here." Uncle Friday's voice was now trembling. The flames were intense, but the cold wasn't lessening for anyone. We had barely taken 2 steps when a house appeared in front of us. So soon? Yes, I also found this strange.
Dense forest all around, far. No other house for a long distance, and a lone house in the middle of the forest.
We all started looking at each other.
I asked her, "Mother, do you live here alone?" "Yes, son, I live here," she replied. I then asked, "Where were you coming from so late at night?" She said, "From my daughter's house."
Uncle nodded.
At that moment, something didn't feel right to me. What kind of daughter sends her elderly mother alone so late at night? Just then, there was a loud thunder in the sky.
We were all startled.
And at that moment, a woman's scream was heard from somewhere. A scream! Yes, very clear, as if someone was asking for help. I nervously asked, "Amma, is there anyone else in your house?" "No, son. I am the only one living in this entire forest."
The wind suddenly turned into silence.
My heart started pounding loudly, because when we came here, I clearly saw there was no other house around besides this one. Then suddenly,
Uncle stopped. He remained silent for a few moments.
a long bent shadow swiftly passed before my eyes.
Someone's breath got stuck.
Its movement was not like that of a human. It felt as if some frightening creature was hiding in the dark, watching us.
There was complete silence on the platform now. The fire was burning, but no one felt the warmth.
The old woman was standing right in front of me. Her eyes were fixed directly on mine. Before I could understand anything,
The sky burst open. A loud lightning flashed.
in that flash of lightning, what I saw, that old woman was not a woman. Then what? Her eyes were red, glowing like a ghost. Her face was cut in places. Her body was twisted with bones protruding.
Ramesh closed his eyes in fear.
And just then, a strong whirlwind of dust rose in the air. I understood. If I stayed even a moment longer, I will not survive.
Uncle clenched his fist.
I didn't even look back. I ran as fast as I could. The rain was hitting my body like arrows. The lightning was striking repeatedly. Trees, bushes, thorns were all tearing at my body.
Our breaths had quickened.
I felt like he was right behind me, just one step away, but I didn't stop. Finally, after running, the forest ended,
Uncle took a deep breath.
and in front of me, I saw a village.
Uncle Rede was silent for a few moments. It seemed as if he still hadn't been able to come out of that night.
As soon as I reached the edge of the village, my legs gave out. I saw some people sitting by a fire outside a house.
We all breathed a sigh of relief, as if we too had emerged from the forest along with Uncle.
I ran straight towards them. "Hey, brother, who are you? Where are you coming from at this late hour?" My voice was trembling. I was struggling to breathe. I told them everything that had happened to me, every single detail.
As soon as they heard Uncle's words, everyone was stunned.
Did you come by that small forest path?
I shook my head.
It's good that you came out alive. The flames grew stronger. An old woman lived alone in that forest years ago. One night, a terrible storm came, heavy rain and lightning. Then a large tree fell directly on her house. She was crushed to death there.
Uncle's eyes filled with tears.
Since then, strange incidents keep happening on that path. At night, even the wind there feels eerie.
Ride Uncle's voice became heavy.
That night, I didn't have the courage to go home. An uncle arranged for me to sleep there.
The fire was starting to die down.
I was lying on the cot, but there was no sleep in my eyes. That face, those red eyes kept appearing before my eyes repeatedly. The fear kept awakening within me the whole night.
The wind brought a strong gust.
As soon as the sun rose in the morning, I set off towards my home without stopping. And that very day, I made a vow.
Which promise, Uncle?
That I will never take shortcuts in life. The hurry to reach home quickly became my biggest mistake that night.
A deep silence fell over the platform. Uncle,
It feels like everything is happening right in front of my eyes.
My hair stood on end.
Uncle Ride stood up, looked towards the fire.
Remember, son, if someone asks for help in a deserted place or on a jungle path, don't step forward without thinking, because it's not easy to understand there who is human and who is not.
the cold wind grew stronger. The last spark of the fire went out, and the night became silent again.